In 2023, I tried every fast food fried chicken sandwich in America to bring you guys the best of the best. I ate over 30 fried chicken sandwiches this year, and it was not easy. A lot of them were dry, some were too saucy, and many of them had weird ingredients that didn't belong. But after all my research, I found that there are only 3 fast food restaurants that consistently make a good fried chicken sandwich. And out of those 3, one of them is definitely the best. So let's go ahead and get started with number 3. Number 3 is going to be Raising Cane's. Now, these guys do just a few things, but they do them really well. Their menu is simple. They have the Caniac combo, which includes their famous cane sauce. This one I would highly recommend. That comes with crispy chicken, lettuce, tomato, pickles, and then that delicious cane sauce. The one I got was $8.49, which is pretty standard for most fast food chicken sandwiches. You also have the option to add cheese, or you can get it spicy. But if you want to keep it simple, just go for the regular one because the spicy one has pepper jack cheese and it kind of takes away from the flavor of the actual chicken. It's still very good, but if you're trying it for the first time, don't get the spicy one. If you want something a little more basic, they also have a grilled option, which is pretty tasty as well. Overall, it's a solid chicken sandwich. It's not going to blow your mind, but it's definitely worth a try. Number 2 is going to be Chick-fil-A. This might come as a surprise to some of you guys since Chick-fil-A is known for their fried chicken, but they actually do make a really good chicken sandwich. When I bit into this thing, the first thing I noticed was how juicy it was. And then the second thing I noticed was how crispy the batter was. There wasn't any soggy breading at all, which is very impressive. Their pickles are also extremely crunchy, which I loved. And the bun was soft and buttery. My only complaint about this sandwich is the sauce. It was okay, but it wasn't anything special. In fact, it kind of reminded me of Burger King's Big King sauce, which I'm not a big fan of. I think if they switched to a different sauce, maybe like a honey mustard or a Polynesian sauce, it would take this sandwich to the next level. But overall, it's still very tasty and definitely worth a try. If you're looking for a healthier option, they also have a grilled chicken sandwich, which is pretty decent as well. It's not as juicy, but it's still very flavorful. Alright, before we get to number 1, we gotta talk about a couple of honorable mentions. Popeyes is probably the most popular fast food chicken sandwich in the game, but it's honestly way overrated. I just found it to be super dry. It didn't have any juiciness to it. It was covered in a weird peelable skin. It just wasn't good. If you've tried it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then we got Wendy's. Wendy's has a really good spicy chicken sandwich. It's one of the best spicy chicken sandwiches in the game, but the regular one was very dry. It's almost like they used the same recipe for McDonald's chicken. I don't know. It was just really dry. So Wendy's, if you're watching this, just make the regular one a little spicier and it will be amazing. Now, number 1 might come as a shock to some of you guys, but it's going to be Zaxby's. Out of all the fried chicken sandwiches I've tried this year, Zaxby's was by far the most consistent. Every single one I tried was absolutely perfect. The chicken was always super juicy, the braiding was always super crispy, and their sauce was always on point. Also, their pickles were crunchy, and they used a buttery brioche bun. Everything about this sandwich was just executed to perfection, and that's why they're number 1 on this list. I will say, though, if you go to a different Zaxby's, the quality might not be as good as the one I went to, so just keep that in mind. But overall, Zaxby's is definitely worth a try. Now, if you're looking for something a little more saucy, they have a buffalo sandwich, which is also really good. It's not as juicy as the original, but it's still very flavorful. They also have a Texas toast sandwich, which is breaded with Texas toast instead of a regular bun. It's pretty interesting, but personally, I wouldn't get it again. And then they have a grilled chicken sandwich, which is pretty decent. It's nothing to rave about, but it's a solid option if you're in the mood for something lighter. And if you're really hungry, they also have a chicken club, which comes with bacon and tomato. Now, if you're in the mood for something a little extra saucy, they have a dipping sauce menu, which includes a Cajun, a ranch, a barbecue, a sweet and spicy, a buffalo, and a honey mustard. And honestly, all of their sauces are really good, so feel free to mix and match. But now it's time for the ultimate showdown. We're gonna put Zaxby's up against the other 2 finalists. we have Raising Cane's versus Chick-fil-A. Both of these sandwiches are super solid, and I honestly can't decide which one is better. Raising Cane's is more crispy, and it has a better sauce, but Chick-fil-A is more juicy, and it has a softer bun. This is going to be a tough one. All right, so I've thought about this long and hard, and I think I finally made up my mind. I think the winner is going to be Chick-fil-A. The reason why is because, in my opinion, juiciness is more important than crispiness. You can always dip your sandwich in sauce if it's a little dry, but you can't make it more juicy if it's dry. So for that reason, Chick-fil-A wins, and they are crowned the 2023 fried chicken sandwich champs. Congratulations. And if you're wondering why I didn't include KFC or McDonald's, it's because I don't consider those to be fast food. I consider them to be more of a fast casual. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one.